God. Good day, good day, good day. Please join me, join me, join me, join me. Join me live. It's a Thursday evening. Wow, my people already getting on the line. Wow, this is awesome. Wow, wow, wow. Staff Fidelia, thank you for joining. I can't see everyone from here. Sydney, oh my goodness. Hello everyone. Weekend is almost here and that's my favorite moment. I can't wait for tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday by the grace of God. Wow. Crossing over from depression and stress to a fun-filled weekend. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you all for joining me. God bless every one of you. Wow. What a beautiful day. Enjoy the music as usual. You guys know how we do our stuff. We have to always play some music to relax us, you know. Thank you, Nikki, for joining. Filled weekend. Whether the devil like it or not, we must cross over. Not carrying any baggage along. The Lord will help us. Oh, sis, thank you, Staff Adelia. Thank you. God bless you for joining me. What a wonderful afternoon. What a wonderful afternoon. It's a beautiful day. As you guys can see, I want us to pay close attention. We are crossing over from depression, from stress, to a weekend that is filled with joy and fun. That's the plan. You guys that have been following me, you know how I do my stuff. Monday through Thursday, we teach. Come Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we love. Not meaning that we're not going to teach. We're still going to teach about relationship, you know, stuff like that. So stay tuned. We're not rushing because we treated depression yesterday. I just want to round up with a little bit of tips, you know, to spice it up before we close that chapter of depression. Hopefully for next week, we'll start talking about kinds of depression. You know, they have millions of it. Many kinds of depression. That's when we hit mental health. Then we'll start talking about how depression is affecting our mental health. We'll start differentiating it. You know, schizophrenia, you know, manic and panic, you know, bipolar and all that. From next week, we're going to hit all that. But for now, our weekend is already rolling. So we're going to roll over the weekend with joy and fun-filled weekend. You guys enjoy this music while we wait for others to join us. God bless you. Stay tuned. And thanks to my wonderful admins, you know, they are just doing an awesome job. Oh my God, when I'm tired, they are stronger than me. And we're doing what we love doing. Thank you guys, Admin 1 and 2 and the office secretary. I appreciate you guys. You all are the best. Pay attention to the words of this love music. It's very relaxing. I know I couldn't hold you, though I wish I really could. Just care for you. Share the video right now. Invite someone else before we start. We're rounding up depression and stress today. Invite someone, share the video. And please contribute. Tell us how you feel about this topic. Share ideas. Show me the way you're breaking me, leaving me in pain. You're the burning flame in my heart and in my mind, in the silence of the night. Staff Fidelia, don't worry, don't be in a hurry, girl. Chill off. Chill off. And make sure you go back yesterday and watch Depression and Stress so that you can follow up, because this is just rounding it off, you know. But still, Monday through Thursday, next week is all about mental health. Mental health.
You are the reason, the seasons of my life.
Mental health next week. Monday through Thursday. So if I know that you're up today, this one you're joining me live, it's like your work is done for the week. Thank you guys so much. Late night show. This one, the latest one I have done, you know, this next. But let's enjoy it. Come on, Global, let's join. Invite someone else and share. Woo. All right, now let's tune it down because I know you guys are eager to hear the rounding up and rolling over from depression, stress, into a fun-filled weekend. That is the topic of today. I thank you guys for joining me. This is your very own Jessie of Sisters True Love Group International. Once again saying I love you guys for joining me, and I do appreciate you spending your time with this studio. God will bless each and every one of you. Yes. Our topic yesterday was depression and stress. We were able to differentiate both. And today we want to give some tips on how we can cope with depression. Welcome. Oh, Stafadela, you need to dance? How did I know you're off? Start dancing, have fun, go out with my brother-in-law. Go and have fun. Weekend is right here. No more stress, you know. We have worked and paid our dues. It's about time that we enjoy with our family. Yes. Tips for coping with depression. Thank you, Loretta, for joining me from Dallas, Texas. Please input something to tell us where you're coming and all that. God bless you. For you to cope with depression, everyone have a way of coping. There's no standardized way to cope with depression. Believe me, there's no best way to cope with depression. But there are tips that we can give you statistically has been helping people, and then coupled with individual experiences, we can help somebody out there. According to David Richards, professor of mental health services research department of University of Exeter, he offers this tip that I'm going to give you. You can go back and search about Professor David Richards and see his tips concerning depression. Those are the tips that I'm going to give a little bit, and we will share the common way that most people cope with depression. But these few ones that I'm going to give are statistically proven that these tips are so helpful. And that is why we can search it out through the site for mental health, and we can get those statistical proven ideas and tips. So Mr. David Richard is saying that for you to stay away from depression or to help you cope with depression, you should stay in touch with people that you care about. Like we were saying yesterday, do not disassociate yourself when you're going through depression. Once it is identified, we want you to stay in touch with the people that matter so much in your life. It could be your best friend when you were in high school, something like that, someone you can call and be honest to that person, somebody you cannot hide anything from. We want you to stay in touch with such person when you are depressed or you're seeing signs of depression, like we said yesterday. If you weren't here yesterday, I will urge you to go back and review the video of yesterday, part 1 of depression/stress. Then you can follow up very well where we're going right now. We want you to stay connected with the people that matter so much to you. It could be your grandmother, it could be your family member, it could be someone that you respect and you value them so much. When depression hits you, we want you to stay in touch with such people. Don't withdraw yourself from the people that cares or you care about. It's going to help you to cope. Be more active is another point. David Richard wants you to be active. Professor for mental health at the University of Exeter. She wants you to be active. Be active on the things that you do. If you love dancing and you're depressed, you don't feel like going out to dance anymore, try your best. Break through. Try your best. Play some music at home if you don't have to go out, but get yourself more active than you expected to be, because depression will not allow you to be active, but we want you to try your best. Force yourself to start doing the things that you love doing. If you love shopping and you're going through depression, try as much as you can to expose yourself to the things that you love doing. If it's going to the grocery store just to roll around, buy some chips and some soda and drink while you're there, wipe away your time, see people, say hello, how you are doing, just busy. Even if you didn't spend that much, maybe $1 or $2, keep yourself at the environment that will heal you faster. Being active is very good. Sometimes it looks like, what am I driving out for? I don't have nowhere to go. Drive out, go to the park, walk around, exercise a little bit, spend 20-30 minutes walking around, looking at nature, seeing flowers and all that. Keep yourself active. Don't sit back and stay low. The more you sit back, the more the evil thoughts, comes in your brain. We want you to be active, overactive if possible. We want you to be associated. We want you to get in touch with people, make some phone calls. Phone calls should not be only for, backbiting and gossiping. When you're depressed, phone calls should be for your own help. Try to call someone that you care about, ask them how they are doing. Communicate with somebody. Don't bottle up your feelings. I'm telling you, depression is a stealer and a destroyer, and it comes to break down everything concerning you. Your career will be dead when you're depressed. Your marriage will be affected when you're depressed. The children will be affected when you're depressed. People that cares about you and you care about them will all be affected if depression hits you. And we're asking for you to try as much as you can to keep yourself active, to be outgoing, to push yourself beyond your imagination. Push. Do not let depression to eat you up. Because we don't want you to get to the point that you have to be on medications. Now, if medications start hitting you, you're drinking psychotic medications, guess what? It's going to bring more side effects, and by the time you know it, you have another illness to treat, and before you know it, that one that you're taking will bring another stuff. There's no medication without any side effect. Not even a single med. Thank you, Mr. Victor. David, thank you. Thank you all for joining me. Please share. There is no medication, even common vitamin C, that you say, okay, you can even get the powder to drink. No med is safe for anyone. You'll be surprised. Some people take vitamin C, they get reaction to it. There's no medication without a side effect. So we encourage you not to get to the level of drinking mess to live your life because you're depressed and you're living the little things that you can do. We want you to be active. We want you to stay in touch. We want you to expose yourself to the things that you love doing. Don't withdraw yourself from the society. That's when you will get yourself locked up with depression. Face your fears. Face your fears. I think that was my number one breakthrough when it comes to depression. Face your fears. It's more like challenges of life. When you see stuff thrown on you that is so hard and so devastating and you don't know what to do, you're confused, you can never come out of it unless you face it. You can never be happy or joyful unless you face your fears. That's more like depression. Depression is a killer, it's a destroyer, but you have to face it. You have to identify that you're depressed. We have taught the difference between depression and stress. Because most people think when you're stressed out, you're depressed. No, stress is a contributing factor when it's chronically happening. That's what contributes to depression. You can't just jump and be depressed. It's major stress, chronic stress, something that has been in that place, that is not being cured. That stress is over, reacting on you and repeating itself and constantly surfacing. You cannot get out of it. Guess what? Those kind of stress is what leads to depression. And you cannot fix it if you don't identify that you're sick, that you need help. When you are depressed or you're feeling low and down about yourself, if you don't say it out, if you don't seek for help, guess what? Those kind of circumstances will overtake you. And when they overtake you, that's when you hit the mental health hospital. And that's where you hit the situation of drinking medication. For you to be smiling, someone has to give you a med to make you feel comfortable. And when you don't take it, you go back down. And we don't want that. Face those fears. Identify yourself. Are you stressed out or are you depressed? When we say we have acute stress is like one driving a car and boom, someone hit you at the back. You get shocked and you don't have insurance in the car and you don't have money to fix your car. You don't know what to do. You don't have insurance to go to hospital. That's an acute stress. Your brain will start overreacting, Everything about you, your blood pressure will kick up immediately because your brain just overworked. You thought about it, oh my God. Somebody just hit me. I don't have insurance. I don't have anything to go to hospital. I don't even have savings to fix my car. Your stress worked up right there. But guess what? You overcome that as time goes on. When you find a way to fix the car, you feel better. But chronic stress now is that probably you bought a car and it's totaled through accident. And you borrowed money. Guess what? To buy another car. You bought that car and the car, something happens again. Then you lost your job in the process. You find another job, you do it 1 or 2, 3 months, you're able to pay the debt, and you're trying to get another car, something has happened. It has become a pattern. That's what leads to stress. And then from stress, you're hitting depression. Because the solution is not forthcoming. You're trying your best to break through, and the breakthrough is not coming. And you're not seeking for help. You're beginning to buckle it up like you're the only one going through stuff. When we see ourselves going that route, we want you to face your fears. Seek help. Talk to people that you love. Confide in somebody. Seek God first, but seek physical help. Because the Bible said God is not coming in human form to help us. We are to help each other here on earth. And God is in us. So you have to have someone that you can trust to talk to about what you're going through before you hit depression mode. Excuse me, I have a little bit of cold. That will help you a whole lot. You have to learn to face your fears. Am I speaking to someone? Most times when you're so scared of situations, that's when the situation will overtake you. When you are scared to stand in front of your Goliath, that's when the Goliath think that they're so high and you cannot cross over. But when you're willing to face your Goliath, most times that's where you get your breakthrough. That is what we're saying about depression. Depression is a destroyer. It comes in a slow form. You get angry for a long time. You're bitter about somebody and you don't know how to tell them. You're just frustrated inside and you think it's funny. Before you know it, it starts building up. And when it starts building up, it starts affecting the way you think. It starts affecting the way you relate to other people. It starts affecting the way you do things around yourself. It starts affecting your job. It starts affecting your thinking. Your peace and joy will be stolen away from you gradually. Through bitterness, through anger. That's stress. Through the things that are coming on our ways, like circumstances, and we'll let them eat us up and eat us up. Before you know it, it gets to a point that mentally you'll be confused of how to start and where to start. And when you get confused about your situations, that is when depression will be knocking on the door. Okay, Staff Adela, you said no, it's not. What are you talking about? Can you let me know? So that's when depression cross in. When you have a chronic stress, a pattern of stress that is there and not going nowhere. This stress, you go out, you see it. You come back, you see this stress. You try your best to fix it, no. And then you start losing hope. You start losing trust. And you start losing focus. You start losing the desire to push. Depression comes in. I want to be able to clarify things. Admin 1 or 2, can you pin the phone number for my fans? Someone can call and we can talk. Sister Fidelia is saying, no, it's not. I want to put some light in that. I don't understand that. But let me know, sis, what you mean by no, it's not, so I can expatiate, I can, elaborate a little bit more on what I'm saying. And when you're stressed or depressed, we want you to reduce the alcohol intake. Thank you, Admin 1. We want you to reduce the level of alcohol that you're taking, or the level of the smoking that you're taking, those that smoke cigarettes. We want you to reduce it when you are stressed out. Though it's a habitual stuff, people, they smoke, and that's the only way, their mechanism of coping with stress. And it's very funny. Now, let's look into that. Some people way of coping with stress. I'm not talking about depression. I want us to pay close attention. When I say most stress are like acute. They come and will do something, it subside, But chronic stress right now, most people depend on alcohol to control their stress level. Am I communicating to somebody? Some depend on smoking to control their stress level. But I'm just bringing you wonderful news. If you're depending on stuff like that to control your stress level, something is wrong. We need to change that strategy. You know why? Though it's working for you, but I'm telling you what is the side effect of smoking and alcohol in the system. You're trying to control male stress, but your heart is going down due to excessive smoking and alcohol intake. And if you have issue with your heart, that's when you have doubled the stress. Oh, sis, thank you. God bless you. Yeah, I understand. Sister Fidela is saying, she said it's not funny when people speak out. I know, sis, that's exactly where I'm going to. Most people are shy because of the way people react to things, A friend calls you and say, oh, girl, Jessie, I think I'm depressed. And you start laughing, Oh, what do you mean you're depressed? They will not confide in you. We want you to pay attention, every one of us. If you have a loved one that have that trust in you, to open up and tell you that they feel they're depressed, don't take it like a joke. We have to make sure we understand, are they really stressed or they are depressed? Like I said on the first, session of depression and stress, I was able to differentiate the two. Most people don't understand the difference between stress and depression. Stamalin, thank you for joining me from Dallas, Texas. I appreciate you. Share the video and invite someone else. Olu Jacob, thank you, sir, for joining me. I appreciate you. God bless you. So when people, Staff Adela, you're very right. Saying it out is not funny, but some people take it like it's a joke. When a friend calls and tell you, oh, girl, you know what, I think I'm depressed. And you start laughing. I don't think there's anything funny about that. It's not funny at all. Depression is not where you want your loved one to be. If someone you care about is depressed and they are willing to open up and tell you that they're depressed, I think I will urge us to find out what is going on. Do you want us to hang out, girl? Do you want me to come out, we'll go for lunch? Let's go talk. Or do you want us to go and walk around? Let's go and talk. Or you want me to come pick you up? Stuff like that. Mr. Lou Jacob, what do you mean by yes? So are you depressed? If you're depressed, brother, please let me know so I can be able to help you. Call in the number so we can talk. So you want to reach out to any of your loved ones that open their mouth or open up with you to tell you that they are depressed. Depression is not funny. You could be so careless and think it's a joke, and you end up losing that loved one. Safadela, you're very right. We want to be able to differentiate. Sometimes our friends are stressed out, but they think they're depressed. If you understand the meaning between stress and depression, you'll be able to help them out, And like I always say, if anyone open up immediately and say, I am depressed, then something is not right. Mr. Lou Jacob, he said you need a lunch with your mentor and who again? Your mentor and who? Oh, I don't even know who your mentor is. So how can I help you with that? If I know your mentor, I will put a call through them or whoever it is to talk to you. If you're depressed and your problem is to have a lunch with your mentor, then you don't have a problem. You're not depressed yet because you're outgoing. So that's good. That's the good news. You're not really depressed. Probably you're stressed out. And that can be solved. Post your mentor's number for me. I will get in touch with them. So that's about depression and all that. I want us to make sure that we communicate. Do not drink so much and think you're helping yourself out of depression. Instead, you're causing harm to yourself. The heart will be affected, and alcohol will control your feelings. When you are drinking, thinking that you want to drink yourself, so that you won't think about what you're going through, you're causing more danger than good to yourself, because now you're in the influence of alcohol, and when the alcohol wears off, you come back to reality, depression is still there. So encourage, Mr. Lou Jacob, don't even make me laugh. You're posting my phone number, so I'm your mentor, huh? Okay, then problem solved then. I'll give you a call after my broadcast, and we can go out for lunch. How about that? I'll choose the place, and then the stress will go down, because we don't want our friends and well-wishers to die of stress or go through depression. I will be able to solve that problem. Okay? No issues. Call me after. And we want us to eat healthy. Eat healthy. Eat healthy. We want you to be able to eat like vegetables, eat more of fish, reduce some fat intakes. Most people, when they're depressed, they tend to eat a lot. They eat junks, whatever they see, because of depression and anger and stress, sadness. They just want to eat whatever that is around them. But when it comes to mental health, that's when their nutrition becomes number one, on their plan of care. We want to monitor what these people are eating. We want to make sure they eat very healthy. And that's what we want to teach ourselves. It's not all about mental health, but we are also humans. We go through mental challenges, which is this stress and depression. We want to start eating healthy. You want to get up in the morning, exercise a little bit. 15-20 minutes. It's not that you have to run marathon outside. You can just walk around your house, for 10-15 minutes in the morning before you take your shower to start your day. Get a cup of water or a cup of juice, more like orange juice, drink, or get hot tea, something, drink, and start your day right. Then eat salad during the day or something, and light food that is very balanced. Evening time. We want you to stay healthy. Depression is not fun at all. Depression is not fun. We want you to stay healthy and live longer. Okay? We want you to stay healthy. And that being said, we that are in the state, there's a lot of help out there. If you have someone that is depressed or going through depression, and for sure, you can identify the difference between stress and depression. If it's depression for real, we want to seek help for them. If they don't want to get help for themselves, we want to be able to get them help. And there's some numbers that we can call on your cell phone and give the address of the loved one, because we care, so that they can reach out to them or pass their phone number. They might be offended that you're crossing privacy, confidentiality, but when it comes to life and death, we don't do no confidentiality like that. Some of you that are in healthcare, that it's more like in emergency, they bring someone that have motor accident to the emergency room, and they don't have any loved one that we can reach. We don't have their phone number. Most doctors, we don't have to be calling and be looking for family members on national TV before we treat them, because it's an emergency. The doctors will go ahead and perform surgery if it's needed to save this life. So that's what it is. When you have a loved one that is going through depression, you don't have to wait for them to authorize you to get help for them. If you can identify that, you need to call some numbers. And I'm going to give 1, 2, 3 numbers that we can call. You can dial 116 on your cell phone. Admin 1, please pin that, or admin 2, to contact Good Samaritans. That's what they call them, Good Samaritans. And they deal with depression and all that. They can get you help just like that for your loved one. Dial this 116 on your cell phone. Straight is going to go to their phone line, and they can get you help. Or you dial 123, admin 1 or 2, please help me pin those numbers. Their phone line is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can always call them, Good Samaritans. Dial 116 on your cell phone, or you dial 123 on your cell phone. Somebody will pick up and talk to you live, and they will get help to that your loved one. And if you don't want to do that, you can call 111 out of hours. Let's say in the middle of the night, you can call 111 triple ones, and somebody will be there. Thank you, admin 1. Good Samaritan number is right there. You dial 116 on your cell phone, or you can dial 123 on your cell phone, or else you can dial 111 on your cell phone, and somebody will be there to help you. If you have anyone that is going through depression, you love them so much, do not keep silent. Get them some help, and it's needed, like ASAP. And the Lord will bless you. That's what we'll do. We want to reach out to our loved ones. But if you're stressed right now, you need to get more involved with that loved one. Take them out, hang out with them. You guys do some shopping like me. That's the only thing that cure my own stress. If I'm stressed, I must see the mall. But once I go to the mall, the stress will go. And get some pairs of shoes and some handbags. My stress level will drop right away. But when I went through depression, it wasn't anything about buying shoes or handbags. That is the difference. Depression hit me so much that I lost almost my personality. I lost who I am. I lost track of me. I've been there, I've been depressed, and I can attest to that. It's not a journey that you want to walk. Thank God I didn't end up taking medications, because right now I wouldn't have been on this Facebook, Engineer, thank you, Derek, for watching me. God bless you, sir. Please share this video and invite someone else. When I went through depression, it was really deep and heartbreaking. Stop, Adelia. Stop remoting me spiritually. You're not going to know more with me, girl. Yes, I know you love that. So you crazy with shoes and handbags. Yes, we'll hang out, sis. We want to pray for God to bring $3 so we can go and shop. Honestly, I missed the mall. For real, for real. But God is good. We will get there in Jesus' name. Yeah, so it was really hard for me to handle the depression. If it wasn't God, you guys will not see me right here. But stress, most times I think I handle stress much better, and I don't let my stress, break me that much, because all I take is just shop. Like I said before, when I shop, stress will run, and I think most women, that's our problem. So let's leave that for story of another day. Let us forget about that. That's a story for another day. Yeah. Let me play some love music. As you watch me, enjoy my music, stay tuned, and we will talk about the symptoms of depression in the women form. Women have a word of depression. We have symptoms that can tell us that, yes, we are depressed. And those are temporary depression. I'm going to discuss about women's depression. It's a temporary depression. So that you can know when you're going through that kind of depression, you don't start panicking, bothering your husband or your boyfriend or your sisters and brothers that you're depressed. If that's where you are as a female, then it's a temporary depression. Is going to come out after a few months. So stay tuned as we'll unfold that. Enjoy this music, my fans. And to be honest, I appreciate each and every one of you for joining me. This is making me do what I love doing, sharing my little tiny ideas. Stay tuned. Enjoy this music.
I
turning and rolling over to the weekend. I can't wait for the weekend by the grace of God. Thank you, sis. Sister Friday, I love you, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay tuned. I'm not done yet. I'm going to give some tips. You know, we women will go through depression in a different way. So those are temporary. I'm going to just hint it. Temporary depression of women. So that your husbands that are watching and your boyfriend, they will know that, okay, this is just temporary. She's not depressed. You know?
Making me wait for you this way. I can't go on. So come on and take me
Weekend is coming. Weekend is coming. Weekend is almost here.
We haven't known each other long, but still something so right just can't be wrong. Besides, it'll be up to me and you when it's time for each other. I live for the day we live.
Mr. Olu Jacob. Thank you, sir, for the compliment. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome. Oh, no, but thank you, sir. Yes, the music is cool.
So come on and
Enjoy the music. We are crossing over to the weekend. Depression and stress was dropping it today. Tomorrow we'll cross over to weekend and we can spice up all the topics of the week. Share the video. Invite someone else. This is so interesting and relaxing. Stop it. No, leave me alone. Where are we going? Let's go to Nigeria, girl. Let's go to Abuja. Let's go to Abuja, girlfriend. Oh my, that was very interesting. You know what? I'm having so much fun this evening. It's like my fans are ready for the weekend already, and it's so, oh wow, mind blowing. You know, a lot of people are ready for the weekend. We are ready to have fun, and we pray for God to give us the grace and give us life. Like we said 3 days ago, we all are celebrants in the land of the living. When once you see another breaking of the new day, you just say thank you, Lord, because it's an opportunity, not because of our righteousness. It is wonderful to be in the land of the living, and we'll give God all the praise. That is the spirit, my fans. I want you all to be happy, be excited. Depression is what we make out of it. Stress is what you make out of it. If you let stress lead you to depression, definitely the door will be so fast and open. But when you have control over your circumstances and situations, I tell you, you can overcome a lot of stress and a lot of depression and stay healthy and be happy wherever you are. Because where we are right now, I'm telling you, millions of people out there are struggling to be where you are. So are you struggling to be like someone else? And then someone else is struggling to be like you. That makes the reality of life. Stay tuned and let's talk about women. God bless you all for listening. Keep on sharing and please invite someone else. Go to the YouTube and subscribe. Sisters True Love Group. One of my sisters, Sister Fidelia, is one of the pioneers of Sisters True Love Group International. Thank you, sis, for joining me, and I do really appreciate you. Paul, thank you for joining. Symptoms of depression in women that are so temporal. Pregnancy symptoms of depression. Okay, ladies, right now, if you're pregnant and you're moody, you know, stressed and frustrated and unhappy, nothing is pleasing you, you all know that that's normal to women. That's not depression. A pregnant woman telling you, I'm so depressed. I am so depressed. No, she's not depressed. She's going through the phase. Hormones are reacting to her, being pregnant. Your hormones are no longer the same way your normal hormones are. So those are not depression. We'll just see it like, girl, after 9 months you'll be fine. And you'll be surprised. Depression during pregnancy lasts more than 9 months. There's something we call postpartum depression. That's depression after the birth of the child. Most women, they see their image, they look different. You add weight, you have pimples all over you. People like me, when I used to have kids, my first child, oh my God, my face was like sand with pimples. I was depressed. I didn't want to go to church. I didn't want to invite people to come see the baby. I didn't want to associate. That's just depression, temporary depression, After a couple of months, I got myself back. Those are not depression that we should be calling, 116 and all that. Somebody is depressed. But still, statistically has been proven that most women, if they don't handle this period very well, and they don't have a strong support system, like a family member, like their mom or mother-in-law, or someone that cares about them around them to nurture them during this depression period, most of them end up killing themselves or hurting the child. That's how you hear that a mom that had a baby, after 1 month, strangled the child. It's because of postpartum depression. We're not saying it's temporary and it's not serious. It is serious. Depression, the bottom line, is a serious issue. We say it's temporary to pregnant women because after a while they will win it off and come back to their normal senses. When their bodies start coming back, those fats, and they stop breastfeeding, their breasts came back to normal, they start feeling much better and beautiful again. And if a husband is there appreciating them, telling the baby, you just had a baby, you look cute, don't stress, very soon you start exercising, start eating healthy, and come back to yourself, they feel better. But how about single mothers that got pregnant and had a child by themselves? Do you know what they go through? Depression can take them to kill their child. Depression can make them kill their child. That is what some women go through. And when those signs are hitting them, don't ignore it and think like, oh, Jesse said this normal stuff, they will grow about it, they will get over it. No, I'm not saying it's normal that we should not pay attention. Depression, bottom line, is bad. Depression is depression. Postpartum depression, antepartum depression, beginning of the pregnancy, you start seeing your breasts getting bigger, your body is getting fatter and all that. You throw up, you don't even want to do your hair, you can't put makeup. Those things are really hard on women. Some women take it really deep. So if you're a boyfriend or girlfriend or a family member around them, I want you to appreciate these ladies. I want you to encourage them. I want you to nurture them, make them feel good that they are beautiful. This will come and pass, and after the baby, you're going to be okay. Those depressions can cause issues. And especially to younger moms. All these teenagers that have children at the age of 15, 16 years, 17, 18, before 22, they are not prone to stress of life and stress about their body image. They are very concerned about the way they look and all that. Unfortunately, they get pregnant, everything changes. Most of those kids cannot handle that depression. And that's why we want to pay good attention and close attention to people like that. Another time when women go through depression and the hit them really hard is during menopause. During menopause, you see your period for how many years, and that every month it comes, the wasted blood that are not good for the system flows out and all that. All of a sudden, boom, you cannot see your period no more. Menopause hit you. Yes, sis, depression is bad. Menopause will hit. These ladies, some of them get so sick, they have to be on hormonal medications for the rest of their lives to balance their hormones so that they can stay functioning and in control of their lifestyles. Some of them get so depressed, they don't even want to associate no more because they are stressed out. Come the time that their period normally comes, they don't see the whole hormone in the system react in a different way. Throughout your years of 14 years to when you are like 50 years, some people go through 52, 53 before they hit menopause. Your body has been programmed to see your period. They said when you're pregnant, you have a baby, and all of a sudden, you're in menopause. Things changes. It brings depression to women. Women go through depression a lot more than men. Statistically, it has been proven and it's true. I will get there very soon. During miscarriage, like a woman had miscarriage, those things hit them really hard. They get depressed so easily. When a woman starts crying unnecessarily, you're talking to her, she's dropping tears. Guys, I need you to pay attention and very close attention. She is going through some depression mode and she doesn't know if she can confide in you to tell you how she's feeling. When you see a lady talking to you and she starts dropping tears, those are women that get depressed so easily. Every little thing hit them so hard. But some women, Holy Ghost fire. Sister Vanilla, are you there? Some women are so strong. I wouldn't say they are too strong. They don't get affected by depression. Don't get me wrong. Everybody feels depression and stress, but we'll handle it differently. Some ladies, before they tell you that they're depressed, it has to be a loss of someone, like I lost my child. Or people lose their dad. Some ladies are so close to daddy and their daddy died. They go through a lot of depression. If you are around them, you have to love them. Some people, their brothers or sisters or family members that are so close to them pass away, they go through depression. But apart from all those kind of strong issues, some ladies like us that have been through challenges of life, it's so hard for us to get depressed for regular things that make other women depressed. I'm just being realistic, and that's what we teach in Sisters True Love Group. That's what we're teaching our sisters in our group, to be strong. Be a bone, like a bone. When they chew you, they drop you. You don't want to be depressed every time for any situation. You lost your job, you get depressed. Come on now. We don't want to be that weak. Or a loved one, left you get depressed. Come on now, what are you doing? People like me, I don't get depressed like that, my people. I don't get depressed because somebody left me. No, I'm not gonna get depressed like that. Unless you're dead, then I know something is wrong. But for casual things, your friends stop calling you and you start getting depressed. Hello, make another new friends, make some phone calls, get someone else to be your friend. That's what I tell people. In Sister True Love Group, that's what we preach. Be strong as a lady, because depression gets to us so fast. And because of that, we want to make sure we're around people that bring joy and happiness around us. We want to make sure that we do everything that we can to be happy. We want to make sure that we associate ourselves with people who can pull us up, not to pull us down. Depression is not funny. Sister Helen, thank you for joining me. Please share the video. Depression is not something you want to play with. Especially we ladies, we take it so deep. Someone is having issue with you, you start getting depressed. An old friend stop calling you, you are depressed. Your husband don't want to eat food tonight, you are depressed. I tell people that is not depression, you're just stressed out and angry. Oh, thank you, Onoba. God bless you. I know it's late wherever you are. Have a wonderful night there. God bless you for joining me. I appreciate you like you don't even know. God bless you, sir. Thank you so much for joining. Depression, depression, depression. Why are you going to let circumstances depress you? If you cannot change it, don't let it depress you. I hope I make sense. Yeah, if it's something I can change, I can get angry with it and try to change it. But if I can't change it, there's no need of being depressed, because when I get depressed, I'm not changing the situation anyways. So there's no need of getting depressed for something that I cannot change. Do you understand? I can get depressed that I'm in school, I'm not passing my classes. Oh my God, they're going to kick me out. Then I study harder and harder and pass it. But if I know that I cannot be a doctor, I find myself in medical school, that is just crap. You force yourself and force yourself and force yourself, you cannot do it. So don't let stuff that you cannot change depress you. Especially ladies, we want us to be architects of joy within us. We want you to build the kind of joy you want around you. Women, you are in control. Men, you are in control. Every one of us, you can control your destiny by knowing the kind of people you keep around you, by knowing the kind of friends you associate yourself with, by knowing the kind of stress you want to hit you, by controlling the things that you do. The Lord has given us the right to choose from right and from the left. So you have the right to make choices. Do I really want to let this situation depress me? Ask yourself that question for real, for real. Do I want somebody to depress me? If you don't want that, don't do that to someone else neither. Stay away from depression. It's a killer. Stay away from stress. Don't give room to that. If any situation is stressing you, stay away from it. We can control every circumstances of things that come around us, except death. Something like death, something like accident, some stuff of life we cannot really control. But the things that we can control, the kind of a friend that you have, I can control that. We were teaching about relationship last week, identifying the right relationship that you need and separating yourself from the ones that will pull you down. Go back and watch my videos. You can see that you can actually build joy within you and stay joyful because you are in charge of your destiny. Heaven cannot do that for you. God cannot come and make choices of kinds of friends that you keep around you. You will make those choices. You will make those decisions. And it's left for you to choose. Do you want to be depressed behind someone else, or you want to be stressed behind someone else? I don't think that's a yes. No, it's a no. Yesterday, I was telling you guys, statistically, 350 million people globally go through stress every week, like round clock. It's proven 350 million people. And among those is more of ladies go through depression every day, every week. Go and research that. Why would you want to put yourself in that statistic, counting percentage? Why? Why would you be the ones that they say, oh, she's always depressed? Some people, it becomes their last name. He is always depressed. He's always stressed. She is always stressed. It's not held at all. We know that sometimes circumstances of life can hit us with depression, things that we cannot control and we don't have any control over. And that's when we say, seek help. Let someone help you. But if it's things that you can control, we want you to stay on top of your game. Control it. Control it. We just crossed over. Thank God for that. From depression, stress, to fun-filled weekend. Tomorrow is Friday. We're going to talk about love, relationship. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, relationship, building a strong relationship. Forgiveness and love and all that. We're going to talk about all those. When we hit ourselves health-wise, we want to know our health blood pressures. I hope we're still checking. Check your blood pressures on a daily basis. Make record. Don't say you have a blood pressure when you don't have, or say you don't have a blood pressure while you actually have a blood pressure. We've talked about all those things this week. Maintain it. Always keep your notes. Check your blood pressure. Morning and night. Eat healthy. Exercise. Reduce stress and reduce depression. That's what you owe yourself to stay healthy in this life. And be grateful and have the heart of gratitude every blessed day that you see another breaking of the day. Thank God, because it has to be God. You're not assured and you're not qualified to live, but the Lord said you are being counted in the land of the living. And that made you a celebrant in this land. So celebrate with the heart of gratitude, always. And don't let nobody stress you or depress you. Okay? You guys, stay tuned, and I will be rounding up right now. Don't say I did not tell you. I'm going to tell you how it is. And believe me, it will help you. Do not allow depression to destroy you. I'm playing Whitney Houston as I get ready to round up and plan for tomorrow. You'll be surprised. When you believe, you can achieve. And there can be miracles. That's what the song is saying. That's why it says, Stafaneda said, oh yes, you have to make I have so much to offer. Nothing I can stop smiling and laugh with you guys all that we have jokes. Put smile on someone else's face. That's what I want to do. But if you stress now, I'm telling you guys, stress don't make me that much. It is what it is. I choose what will stress me and what will not stress me. So I'm in control of my stress levels. And my blood pressure must be normal. I'm not going to get blood pressure for someone else. So that's why. Yes. Yes, my people. That was awesome. That was awesome. We spent almost 1 hour, chatting and having fun. Depression, stress, we have rolled it over to the weekend. We're going to hit love, love, love this weekend. I do appreciate every one of you. I'm so glad that you guys are with me all the way. Yes, sis, fun, fun, fun. That's all we want to do. And this month, let's not forget now, I take permission from all my fans, those that are not Nigerians. We are still celebrating Independent Month. Nigeria, this is their birthday month. So I say I hail to my country, Nigeria. I am a proud daughter of Nigeria. I love my country, and I say happy birthday to Nigeria. October 1960, Nigeria was born. And this month, we must honor our land, and our land will bless us. And for those of you that are celebrating your birthday this month, people like my personal assistant, the admin in the office, I say happy birthday to you, girl. Enjoy your day all the way and do not allow nothing to stress you. This is your month. Stay on top of your game. Be happy. Force yourself to be happy. That's what we do. And that's what we encourage ladies all over the world to do. Respect yourself. And for you, gentlemen, guys, thank you all for joining me. I humble myself before the men on my Facebook. I say you guys are the best all over the world. I do appreciate you all. I am very honored to have wonderful guys like every one of you coming out every day to watch me. It's a privilege. I am so grateful, and I will not take that on granted. I appreciate you guys. So please, at your leisure time, share my video, subscribe, and comment. Encourage your own, and I will continue to bring it live to you guys every blessed day. You have a wonderful, wonderful night as we roll over to the fun-filled weekend. I will see you guys tomorrow by His grace. Love you all from my heart, from Jesse's studio to you all. Good night.